So what we've got going in part 2 is we're just going to briefly talk about some of the common derivatives of carbohydrates that you'll probably see either on biochemistry exams or as you're reading the textbook. And it's important just to have a foundation on what these different terms mean. So the first one is the lactone. So in the first step of this, acid is applied to the solution, causing this bond to split and the formation of an acid group. It's C1 right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And this OH, 6 OH, and nothing else changes. Then this is able to close again, forming an ester bond instead, from this attack, and that's what forms the lactone. Let's draw that out now. See, double bond O. And everything else stays the same. Down, up, down. Okay, so you can tell it's a lactone if it's got this ester linkage. And this can depart as water. Okay. Next up, alditols. So it's when you take an aldose and through reduction you actually reduce the aldehyde and everything else stays the same. So this ends in -ol, like an alcohol, because all that's left now are these alcohol groups. Remember, each of these lines represents an OH. So you can sometimes see these alditols, still carbohydrates. Next up are the amino sugars. So I'm not going to ask you about how these are made or anything. This is just so that you can see. And a lot of the times you can tell it's an amino sugar if it has amine in the name or an amine in the structure, like glucosamine. It's made out of glucose, but instead of one hydroxyl group, now it has an amino group. These amino sugars are extremely prevalent in polysaccharides, particularly in like cell wall synthesis and that sort of thing. So you see these a lot. They're very structural, very robust. And then finally, glycosides. So these, under the presence of acid, you can add like methanol or something, and it forms actually a new glycosidic bond. Thus, the name glycosides. Redo everything here. Oops. O, CH3. OH, OH, OH. Okay, CH3. Okay, so recognize the names. If you see these structures, these are still carbohydrates, and each one of them plays an important role in the cell.